gonna be a killer and a chiller and a thriller when I get the gorilla in Manila. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cassius Marcellus Clay. He's young, he's handsome, they know it. I can pound the thing of water and kill a dead tree. Don't mess with Muhammad Ali. I've done something special. I've wrestled with an alligator. I'm talking with a whale. Out of handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. I'm as confident as I say, and I'm better than I say I am. I'm a poet, I'm a prophet, I'm the resurrector, I'm the savior of the boxing world. If it wasn't me, the game would be dead. Who would bet on fly paddles beating me? Who would bet on Ernie Terrell beating me? I told you I was floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee. I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. His hands can't hit what his eyes can't see. Last week I murdered a rock, hinges of stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We're out of remote this morning, shooting to you by the rate. We'll be coming to you 365 days a year. This is Noo Covers. This is your host, Dawood El-Amin, coming to you out of Port City, Wilmington, North Carolina. 365 days a year. We don't stop running. We don't stop running. I had to shoot this video this morning because I want to follow up on what we said yesterday. And sometimes things just work out perfectly. I'm going to go to day 32 because this is a 32-day of 43 days of thoughts and understanding from a black man's perspective. This is out of the book, Noo Covers, Volume 2, 33 Days of Thoughts and Understanding, 43 Days of Thoughts and Understanding from a Black Man's Perspective. And it's a coincidence, sometimes it's not a coincidence, that day 32 lands on this subject matter, which leads into what I want to finish talking about the post of the 3 that we're going to try to support for the election campaign. Successful people work with and cooperate with others. Now remember, we're going through the 43 days, but this particular segment deals with successful people, how to be a successful person. Then we'll clue out these last 3 days with some other thoughts and understandings from other people that came to Noo Covers for a visit, and we'll share that with you too. But day 32 says, I need help. What do you think I'm getting up every morning tagging you for? I can't run this race alone. I need as many feet pounding this pavement in unison with mine. I love your support and do not have a problem asking for it. This is one of our biggest problems, working with other people. Newsflash, you're going to have to team up with somebody. You might be sitting on the next technology breakthrough. I'm talking about the Star Trek transmitter room that reads, beam me up. To bring it into existence, you're going to have to work with someone. Cassius Clay was a Golden Glove champ when he walked into a Louisville hotel room to talk to Angelo Dundee on the phone. He told him that he planned to win the 1960 Olympics in Rome, which started about a 3-hour conversation that turned into a lifetime relationship, making Muhammad Ali one of the most recognized figures in the world. Muhammad Ali realized early that if he wanted to be the best, he needed to team up and work with the best. Angelo Dundee was one of the best. Working in cooperation with other people will cause unusual roads to cross sometimes. Family and friends are nice to have around you, but they may not always have the ability to help us reach the next level. Never be afraid to step outside the box. We should strive for friendships in all walks of life. It would be nice to have 100 people who thought and believed exactly like me following me. Yet I would rather have 100 people who didn't think and believe exactly like me walking together with me. Then we can get something done. Then I can accomplish my assignment. Dennis Kimbrough said, you must look into other people as well as at them. Day 32. Successful people work with and cooperate with other people. Boy, what a timely message for what I'm about to get into. Now, the spirit sometimes hits you, Deborah Maxwell. Yesterday, as I was doing the show, it hit me. Why are we asking for 1 seat on the school board when we need more than 1 seat? We need all 3. And why can't we run 3 blacks? That was the first hurdle. Why can't we run 3 blacks? There's 5 blacks running in the Democratic primary. 5 candidates running in the Democratic primary. Mr. Meeks and Ms. Lee, I've read enough on them. They have the credentials to run. I'm simply saying, we ask all the time for something from somebody. Why not ask for something sometime of some substance? Excuse me, would you mind stepping aside? Because somebody find me some doggone refund money for registration, please. Would you mind stepping aside for a second? We got 3 qualified black candidates that have filed and ready to run. History in the making. We have never ran 3 candidates in the same race that I know of in New Hanover County. History in the making. Now, that was the first hurdle. Can it be done? I believe so. I believe we have the numbers because some people sent me yesterday and they said it's good for the primaries. Yeah. I'm going a little further than that this morning, though. We can win in the primaries with those 3 candidates. But, Daoud, you're treading now, but we might not. So if we don't, I'm asking, quote unquote, we said it yesterday, to the party. The Democratic Party. Look here. We need some real change. We need our folks to see some real change. We need our community. We didn't ask for cheese, omelets, stamps. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Housing, transportation. Yeah, we asked for all that. And you gave it to us and took it back. You gave it to us and took it back. Yeah. They said I don't remember asking for welfare, to tell you the truth, but they gave it to us. We're asking for some seats. We're asking for a chance, an opportunity. We're asking for you lay the cards out and let's see where everybody at. And in asking, sometimes when you ask somebody, you have to say, well, what's good for the party? Well, let's look at it this way. If 3 blacks, Kevin, Jameson, Emma, look at the 3, look at the list. Let's listen carefully this morning now. Don't get emotional. Young, seasoned military, educator. Look at it now. Young. They want to call him thug, but young. No, a young black man running. Seasoned military man, family man, Air Force. Been on housing authority for years. Seasoned. Educator. In the middle. 3 dynamic minds, 3 different viewpoints on education, 3 different ways to solve a problem, 3 intelligent human beings that can be an asset to the school board biggest problem. Yes, the school board's biggest problem, how to get our scores up, because they are our scores that's being reflected in those schools. Let's just keep it real. 3 minds coming from 3 different angles that can get the job done, I believe. So let's say we get past the primary. Now the numbers come in play. So you all that studying and walking with no covers, I got to do the education process. We have the primary in March. Then we have the general election in November to go against the other Republican candidates. Because the Republicans are having a primary right now to decide who their 3 going to be. So in this no covers, you all that been with it a long time, understand we got to do this for everybody. Because some of us just don't know. You have the Democratic primary, and then you have the Republican primary at the same time going on. We all selecting 3 that'll give us 6 candidates to go up against each other for the 3 seats that's open. Last time it was 4. Now, why do I want to say it that way? Because there is a difference between an election year. This being 2016 is a presidential election year. 2014 was a non-presidential election year. The numbers come out different because traditionally more people vote in a presidential race, and the numbers say that more blacks come out in a presidential race. So therefore, now we're looking at voter turnout. So I did some number crashing last night. I'm looking at my time and I want to make sure I get this done right. In 2014, because I want to make this, I don't want to make this a race thing, but we are dealing with a school board that believes in segregation, and we're dealing with challenging that school board with 3 black candidates. So whether you want to make it that or not, it's going to be a race thing. Okay. Miss Emma Sanders, when she ran in 2014, the final vote total for her was 30,000 votes. Give or take a look. 30,101. Okay. The top vote getter in the non-presidential race was Janice Carbonell. 34,666. So basically, she lost by about 4,000 or 5,000 votes. 5,000 votes would have sealed the deal. She'd have been in. Now, she lost against 3, and she lost getting in by 2,000 votes because she could have beat out. No, she lost by 600 votes because she could have beat Ed Kiggins out by 600 votes. Okay, now listen to that carefully now. 600 votes would have got her the 4th slot, and because we ran 4 in. 600 votes would have got her the 4th slot. However, she could have got the top spot by 5,000. So we're looking at a range between 5,000, 600. 600 to get in, 5,000 to put us over the top. That's what we need in a non-presidential race. Now, I pulled the results up for the 2012 presidential race. That's when Miss Beatty and Miss Emma both ran. Karen Clay Beatty and Miss Emma ran. Top vote getters then, their votes were 26,000 and 27,000 in their one stop, and then their election day totals, and it came to a total of 41 for Miss Emma and Elizabeth 40, Karen 42. So you had 41 for Miss Emma and 42,000. That's a difference of about 10,000 votes coming out. Remember, more people come out in a presidential race. So, top vote getter then was Jeanette Nichols. Okay. 56. Lisa Essom, 50. Tammy Colville, 49,000. Okay. And Elizabeth Ravenbaugh came in with 47. She had 2,000 more. She could have beat Tammy. So again, we're looking at a difference in the presidential race, more coming out, of about 6,000 to 7,000 votes we need to make up. What am I saying? Both races, we got to make up 5,000 votes somewhere. Now, how are we going to do that? Impossible, you say. It's impossible for 3 blacks to run a race and make up 5,000 votes. Well, I'm going to tell you a story about Gideon this morning. I don't care if you like it or not. I got some extra time. Gideon went down to the brook, and Gideon had them tested. Gideon wanted to go in there with 30-something thousand. God only wanted him to go in there with 300. 300 men, he went in there and wiped them out. 300 men was all he needed, because he had the hand of God in his hand. What I'm simply saying, folks, man, come on. Let's try it. We don't have faith. If you have faith of a mustard seed, you can say to the sycamore tree, be removed. What kind of faith you got? We've been asking God for 400 years for everything else that we didn't need. Cadillacs, buildings, rent paid. Yeah, we've been asking for food, clothing, shelter. We've been asking. Now we're asking. Look, we're going to do our part. We're going to get the 3 ready. We can make up about 2,000 just by simply asking the good-hearted Republicans that we know, look here, we need y'all to jump ship this time. Ask them. You never know what they might do unless you ask. But if we do our job, we got a guy that was able to do his, but if we sit back and do nothing, he can't move. Yeah, I'm talking about a God who can make somebody's heart change and go into that boat and say, you know what? We've been dogging those kids out, and I got to go overtime this morning. See, we got to ask the people for what we need. We got to ask for justice, but we got to go out and work and get the justice. You want justice? You really want justice? Then, hey, here's the platform for the school system. We approach them just like that. No. We're not hiding and shaking nothing. We got 3 black candidates that's qualified to go on the school board. You got 3 seats up. We need you to sit them 3 down. Why? Because these 3 black candidates bring 3 different minds to a problem. Right now, you got 7 minds thinking the same way, and we got the same problem. See, I know there's some whites out there that's listening to me that have already inboxed me and told me they understand this philosophy because they want a better New Hanover County too. We got 3 different minds. You got 7 minds thinking the same way, getting the same results for the same 20 years. And now the state about to come in and take your schools away from you if you don't look out. Because you got a segregated process. And people know that. Those that are wise are saying we need to do something about that before our children don't have a place to be properly educated. We need to do something about that before blacks get smart enough and snatch all their children out of school, and then we won't be getting paid at all. See, I got some radical ways to solve this educational problem. But let's go with the voting process since I'm on that road right now. We appeal to those. First, at the Democratic Party. Look here. We're going to run 3 candidates. Kevin, Emma, Jameson. 3 different minds, 3 different ideas, 3 different sets of values, but 3 different ways to solve a problem and fix the problem we have with educating our children properly. And we want you to allow them to sit down at this table. Because I said the word allow because we know you hold the keys. Yes, we want you to allow them to sit at the table. I got to ask you that way. Yeah, that ain't stepping fetching. Being polite. We want you to let them get to this table so we can change some policy. Because you're suffering just as much as we're suffering when we have a poor education system. Your children are losing just as much as our children are losing. And when this thing gets all bit out of shape and the government has to come in, it's going to hit your tax dollars just as much as mine. Matter of fact, it's going to hit yours more. So let's go ahead and fix this now. So we first appeal to the Democratic Party. Look here. We know how this thing is played. We know y'all got influence. The county commissioners run the school, so we go to them. We know how y'all got influence. Look here. Influence the people that you know. In your churches, in your pulpits. Look, when you go behind that closed door, vote 3. Vote 3 for change. Vote 3 for a new day. Vote 3 for fire. Yeah, I said it yesterday. Sometimes you need fire. Vote 3 to make a difference. 3. Vote 3 of the heart. Show that you really want to give us justice. Vote 3 of your conscience. Show that you really know this system needs to be changed. You know, I believe we can get about 1,000 to 2,000 there of those ones that's going to go pull the Republican trigger anyway. Because you remember, I told you, if you study these papers and numbers correctly, you will see why we continue to have a Republican school board. I want you to go pull these results up and be a number crasher. I love to crash numbers. When you look at the numbers correctly on the paper, the numbers don't lie. Now, that's 2,000 votes on that side. I don't need 3,000 more. Why? Because I need every last one of them candidates. I don't need no single shutouts. I don't need nobody cutting no deals. I need to run 3 hard. We need to run 3 hard. So I'm looking at the numbers again. And I'm saying to myself, now we need to pick up 3,000 more votes. Y'all know I was a Republican for some reason. I've been watching y'all folks for years now. I registered Republican for a reason. Muhammad Ali told me to register Republican. Yes, he did. I met Muhammad Ali. My son was about 5'4" at the time. Me and Sister Zelton was in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And the champ came in the room. My eyes lit up. I bet the champ was sitting in the room with the champ. At that time, the champ was political. He was following the Imam W.D. Muhammad. And I asked the champ, I said, champ, I said, champ, I need some advice. I'm thinking about going into politics. First thing came out of his mouth, you Republican? All right. He said, get on the Republican side. Number one, you may be able to change their attitude because their values match some of our values. Their values match a lot of our values. But number two, you'll be able to see what's really going on behind politics. So even if you don't win, you'll be in the door. And you'll be able to help our people. Paraphrasing what he told me. So I registered Republican. That was 1993. I've been registered Republican ever since. Because I'm able to access a better viewpoint. I already believe politics is controlled anyway. So I sit on that side of the fence. So I can push the envelope on that side of the fence. So that I can go and pop in the meeting and they can say, are you registered? Yes, I am. I'm sitting in the meeting because I want to observe what's going on. Yes, I'm nosy. Yes, I stay on your Facebook page the way you stay on mine. So I know I'm listening to him right now. Yes. I told Mr. Hickey, I know I'm going to put it. Yes, I inboxed Mr. Hickey and said, hey, I want you to run. I know exactly what you're doing. Push the envelope. He's an envelope fighter. You might not like some of his views. You might not like him. But man, I'm going to tell you what he would do. He knuckle up with you. And I'm going to tell you, if see, those are kind of deals you got to make now. Now, when you need them other 3,000 votes, you got to knuckle up and make some deals. He'll knuckle up with you. He sees what's needed. A person like him, you go to him and look, let's knuckle up, man. Okay, look, you need votes. Hey, let's knuckle up. We need votes too. You got friends, we got friends. Yes, we need to get them other 3,000 to 4,000 votes. So now we're in their arena. We got other folks like myself that can go to that arena and say, look here. The black Democrats of New Hanover County have a strategy, have made a plan. They're going to align 3. Here is what we need you to do. I'm sorry. 3 got to go home. One of them been up there long enough anyway. She ain't gonna mind. One just got up there. The other one ran for the hills, so we find something else for her to do. Though you only sending one home that's been a long time. And I wish it wasn't her. I wish it was Kavanaugh instead of Nichols. I sure love to send Kavanaugh home. But it happened to be Jeanette's time to run. Miss Nichols. You never know what you can do until, hey, come on, leave me alone, man. You never know what God has in store. I plant Apollo's water, but God keep making it grow. I'm just putting a word out this morning. Miss Nichols, I know you listen sometime. Do the right thing. Hey, you serve well. We got 3 brilliant minds. Kevin is a brilliant young man on the scene. He can put so much reflection in those young children's hearts to lift those scores up immediately. James Jameson is a pit bull. You want discipline in the schools? You got the right one now. He will put a policy in place that you won't have to out of school suspension. Jameson will have them in the in-school classrooms learning. I'm going to tell you, that brother ain't no sit-down brother. You put him on the school board, he going to be in school suspension sitting there with that beret on his head saying, move if you want to. And Miss Emma, we got an education specialist. We got a black education teacher. We got somebody from black education that can tell you what it's going to take to get these children's scores up. Then we got a level playing field. You still got control because you still got 4 votes. We got 3 new ideas. Working harmoniously together, we can create a brand new world. Yes. I know who I'm talking to this morning. I stopped talking to the Democrats a long time ago. I'm talking to those that tune in to me every day. I see your numbers. I know you listen. Yes. What is he doing over there talking? Yes, that's what he's doing. It ain't no he, it's he. That he. That he. I just plan to say the C what he tells me to say. I've been stopped talking a long time ago. That's been about a year now. That one gone. He here now. I'm only saying what my heart has led me to see. My eyes look a little bit different. I see we can get 3 seats, all 3 of them. All 3 of them. We're running 3. 2016. Y'all want to run it? Let's run it. If you have faith, the grain of a mustard seed, you can say to the sycamore tree, be uprooted. A seed uprooting a root. A tiny old mustard seed saying to a root, get out my way. I've got to plant something different there. Move. It's time for a change. I've got to bring new life into this region. So I'm going to uproot you. I'm going to take my tiny seed and drop it in this deposit of soul and bring new life to a new people, a new community that's going to spread. And guess what? You're going to win too. Because when we rise, you rise. Keep running. This is Noo Covers. Peace and blessings.